Good evening, Scarl. My name is the Ferret. I'll be commentating for this match. Standard disclaimer goes out. Please go to the main menu, mute button, and find my name under the Ferret to keep me quiet. That should be the quickest way of doing that. In any case, let's see what's going on with the teams at the moment. Teams looking fairly standard. Red have got a reasonably good defensive setup that should make them work through. Blue on the other hand, yeah, might need work. In any case, it's been on most of the afternoon. It's been actually quite a good few games going on at the moment. So, and the team been reasonably even. A couple of rollovers here or there, nothing too drastic. So, should be expecting a good game today.
3, 2, 1.
Doors open. Blue's starting a little unenthusiastic. Here go the Ubers. There goes the Sentry. Now, doing a march up quite nicely, getting up the field, generally massacring everything they see. I mean, this is you know, standard progress from blue team. They're good. Yeah, to be fair, I'm afraid this blue team has stormed through this first area. Josh, they're holding out to best visibility. Double stab by Gemini ZYX. Nice spy work from him. Gets rid of that hard point. Now, what's happening with this blue team? No, they're just moving up. And it looks like Engineer's getting a bit hassled, and he's dead. Excellent regroup work there, but unfortunately she got plain overwhelmed. Red, however, coming back. Now that's good work from Red there. Jeremy coming out of the tunnel, try and keep Blue away. It's a bit... Oh, Eric, nice stab there from Eric. Takes a stab, runs away. That's a good bit of spy work there, actually. Just get in there, kill somebody, and drive away half the team chasing you down. Anyway, 8.45 minutes second on the clock. You know, Blue have got some very good time here. They push up very well here. You know, Blue have been pushing very fast. They continue this pace. This will be a rollover. However, I fear this red team may have actually got something left in the tank and can actually put up a defense. Eric getting another stab in on there. He's keeping those medics occupied. There he goes back to the front. And red team are regrouping well. They're actually holding off. They've done pretty well. The cart's actually getting into the tunnel, but not really gotten out. That's good progress there for a red team. Yes, now Red have firm possession of the cart at the moment. It's been very difficult to dislodge them from that. They seem to be, you know, playing very aggressively for a red team, which is good as you need to counter-attack. Now, King Sentry, they're getting a little bit of hassle there from some of the blue from the opposite team. Keeping it built, keeping it working. His team actually been quite good, and they're just reacting to any threats on the sentries. Now, for me, that's always a mark of a good team. You know, a team that's willing to actually go push beyond the range of sentry and, you know, make sure those things don't go down. Now, it seems as well as blue team started, their campaign from here on in has ground down to a halt. They've barely got the cart pushed through there. Haven't really seen them make much progress. Maybe Red were playing gambling game of actually, you know, building up for second and then going from there. However, there are problems emerging. Oh dear, yeah, the attic is looking a little tense. Now, they're not doing too badly here. They're actually, red team are holding pretty okay. They're getting battered here and there. Blue are throwing the occasional slug at them, but they're holding. Now, unfortunately, that sentry up top there, the one you know about above the cart, is getting battered from all angles. And how it's staying up quite at the moment is beyond me. It's actually doing really well for where it is. There's a bit of Uber problems in the tunnel. Now that may have gone off a bit too early, and I don't think they're going to use that. Surprise heavy comes from top and kills everybody. Nice work from Josh there. Now, that's the problem with playing Pyro versus Heavy. Yes, you can do your pyro antics of occasionally huffing them backwards, but you can't deflect bullets. They will just, you know, go through the air. To be fair, that's why I love playing Heavy. Nothing can really stop you. Other than death, pain, maybe being burnt, and explosions. Oh yeah, and snipers, of course. I hate snipers. In any case, you know, both teams are really... Blue is being stalled again, I would say. Blue are trying, although they got rid of one sentry. Down's there doing a nice bit of work. Now that's some troll spy work right there. Now if you kept that going, that would have actually possibly quite decisive. Now, red team, however, has decided on the offensive, see if they can push out. Now, this is bad. Now, I see the sense in having a blue sentry outside the door. That does make sure flanking attempts don't happen. It's good if you have one there. But for me, it's also the mark of a team that's not pushing as well as they could do. You know, a team that, you know, really should be keeping pressure on red is instead has been in turn being pressurized. Now, what blue need here? I think they need some. They're throwing out Ubers here and there, but maybe not great timing or bad timing of them. But other than that, I think it may come down to sheer skill or, you know, engineer intervention here and there. But this red team, to be fair, is playing very well. They've got some good guys in their team, and they're making good use of them. And if you look at the scores, I mean, yeah, I mean, two of their best team members are not playing sniper. I mean, I like sniper, but I do feel if it's more of a back-end job, and it's something you give to somebody who's moderately good at the job rather than one of the pros. You want your pros at the front, ideally. There goes Nuba. Now this is an inspired attack coming from the front. That's got that sentry down now. This could change the game. Is he trying to get rid of the sentry? It's going down very slowly. And they're both down. Okay, now red being caught with trousers down. Can blue make the best of it? Nice stab there from Eric again. Sterling work. Now, from the looks of it, the attic has been taken by blue. They're slowly gaining ground. There is only 3 minutes on the clock, though. If this team can actually just hold off for that amount of time, they can win this. 3 minutes is a realistic time to hold the cart from there to there. But, as we've seen before, or as I've seen before, I've seen that cart rocket in overtime from there to the end. You never can tell. Lounge there, making a run for it. Now I have to say, insofar, Lounge has been playing an excellent spy. I mean, I think he's been using Dead Ringer. Nice work at generally irritating Red's back end. They just keep having the spy pop up, occasionally shoot them or stab them somewhere, and it's providing a massive distraction, which is always good. Well, for blue team it is. However, though, this blue assault is petering out. I mean, I'm not sure what's going on. Did Red take on the rampage? I'm not entirely sure. Well, it looks like Red are fighting some sort of back end attack here, keeping them pushed back. But yet, Red are doing not bad. Now, 1 minute 30 on the clock. Again, this is entirely winnable for Red here. They're doing very well under the circumstances. They've lost ground, they've lost sentries, but they might have time on their side, and if they can just keep up the sheer amount of firepower needed to defend the cart, they'll have this. And speaking of the cart, now it looks like Blue have decided to get on and push that thing. This is worrying. Now, oh, it's an engineer. Who's on the cart? Engineer. There's Jaffel there. Nice. I love it when a blue engineer decides to actually go on the attack and start pushing, but more than just sitting there with the engineering defences. You know, it's balls to the walls time when the engineers come outside to win the game. Now, this red team, though, they are just keeping everybody away from that cart. nice work from red team here. I mean, blue just... You don't see the push from blue. I mean, in previous games you've seen blue teams where they've just come in, stormed everything, killed everyone. This game they've just not had that ability. They've just been a bit repulsed. Cart's rolling back. 30 seconds on the clock. This is definitely looking for a win here for red. It's the engineer again, the shuffle. He's going for that cart. Can they... 12 seconds on the clock. Blue on for a push here. Can they get this? This would be an insane win if they can. And Pyro to keep them there. They're using Air Blast. They're using everything they have. And, oh, a stolen win here. That was amazing to watch. This commentator actually did thought that red team was going to have a win here, but as I said before, weird things can happen in this game, and that was one of them. That was an amazing steal of a win from blue there. Now, the thing is, they can't do that for the entire game, because you cannot just hope to win right at the end. Eventually something will go wrong and you will lose. Good work from blue there, but they need to kick it up a notch. More aggression, more pressure. If they had that, I think they would have had it a lot quicker. And red team though, very good job. They're actually doing everything pretty much right, keeping engineers up. But actually the engineers are declining towards the end. I think they need a bit more care and attention. But otherwise though, red are doing a very good job, and they would have had that if it weren't for that, you know, lucky last minute surge from blue.
In 30 seconds.
Now let's look at the team, see how they've changed. Red, again a good nice defensive setup. That should work for them. As for blue, not so much. They're doing something a little bit wrong. I won't say of a thingy, but yes, blue will struggle again. Doors open. Red are immediately pushing back. Ah, here comes the bluebirds. They're moving up and out. Now, Flapjack there, I'm not sure what happened there. That was a wasted Uber from him. He should have moved out a bit more, got into the area and just generally try and push. However, you know, he's doing okay. Unfortunately his medic got killed and he got caught in the open there. Now that red team then, nice coverage. They're just keeping an eye on each other, making sure they help. Dante 6 here, playing you know, infiltrated Demo Man here, trying to get around the back. Now, this is going to be a problem. Red have kept up containment pretty well. They've kept the right-hand tunnel. That's an important tunnel. If you don't hold that tunnel, huge flank around the back. But, however, combat engineering again. Elusive trying to get in there. Go for it. I mean, unfortunately, he was outclassed by a heavy. Very difficult to beat one of those at close range. But Red hold all the areas as they are. I mean, the front gate they've held to that sentry, and it's only just gone down. Blue need to genuinely push out. They need those Ubers to clear out the front areas so they can get some ground out there, but that didn't happen. But, you know, okay, Red are still holding, and they're holding very well. However, I've not seen any red Ubers from them. Now, a red Uber here could devastate the game for blue. Pushing them all the way back to spawn, you know, knocking down anything they've got at the front. And, yeah, this is holding. I mean,
a bit.
okay, we're seeing some progress at the front here. However, this Nithenix there didn't see that sentry above him. Don't know how he got there without being hurt, or maybe ignored it. That sentry staying up just about. That nearly died. I think there was enough. Here comes a Blueber. Now, can this... yeah, it's clearing. Now, this is what blue needed. They needed to push out. Look at them on the cart. They're immediately using the situation they've got. Nice work from blue here. They keep this up. They will actually, you know, get game on. Now, what do we remember here? Actually, oh, crikey, I forgot. Only minute 25 on the clock. They need to push this cart now. If they don't have the time, they're going to really, you know, they're going to play out lose the game. But Another desperate win like last time, and it's going to be a row of desperate wins. Then you get the cart pushed. Now to Chote there, defending nicely as a heavy, keeping skirmishing generally. Jamie moves that ballsy attempt by him, all from the cart guys mainly. Blue is pushing. They're having struggling though. Sentries are coming up. Red defenders are here and there. Red are just holding this cart off. There's an Uber there, but what's the Pyro doing? He's Ubered and he's sitting on the cart. Oh dear, this was bad play. Oh, what happened here? I mean, Mashafal there, I mean, I think you were trying to push the cart, but you forget you can't push when Ubered. That, maybe he didn't want to be Ubered, maybe Medic Ubered the wrong guy, but that was a bad play. If you get an Uber, you have to use it. 14 seconds. This is looking desperate all over again. But can Blue pull off the same miracle again? I don't think they'll, no, it's a rocket launcher. It'll just kill everything. Yes, the entire blue team inside the cave. And it's... no, I'm afraid that this time Red was simply doing by the book. Putting sentries up, falling back slowly. They caved somewhat, but they came back very nicely. Now, Blue there didn't push the cart quickly enough. They didn't get out quick in time. Sorry, what was I saying? Yeah, they didn't get out in time, and that cost them. And when you have a desperate attempt like that, you've got to keep playing desperately. You can't just be a bit complacent. You really have to go for it out there. In any case, teams have changed around. Now, I'm suspecting that this blue team may go for the rollover. I will say this, that blue team's a little bit more, inclined to win. Most political way of saying it. Now, ideally, a good defensive team needs some good sentries and some counter Ubers here or there to just keep, pushing back a bit. The ideal blue team needs a lot of Ubers and occasionally a good combat engineer to just keep them moved up.
Mission begins in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Doors open. There's okay. Started off with the scout. He's gone for the run. Now, unfortunately, elusive sentry took him down. That's tricky sentry. That. Now, blue has not moved out. Okay, here comes an Uber now. Here come a pair of Ubers. Here goes a red counter Uber. Invulnerability everywhere. Blue decided to storm immediately up to the field and go for broke. I think there may be a bit of a medic miscommunication there. Okay, blue doing pretty okay for the moment. Red are holding though, but this is looking very confusing. We've got one team that's... everybody's everywhere. This is a mess. Now this blue team, they could be pushing up a lot more vigour here. They've actually got the room, and Red has got nothing barely in the way. They should be swarming this, but maybe not. I don't know. Maybe there's still a bit of a defender mentality. I don't know. Now you go. So it's the right thing to do. When you start pushing the cart there, start just spamming that door, wherever. Make sure nothing comes out of it, and that's the easiest way to pretty much capture that first point. Okay, 8 minutes 40 on the clock. That will, that's a good standard amount of time. Now, what have Red got left? Now, this blue team is still pushing. Now, what usually happens here with the cart is that it kind of gets around this point, stalls like it is now, and then, yes, that's precisely what happens. It gets about there, and then nothing really happens with it. Because at this point, then blue needs to start exploring other possibilities or other avenues of attack. Until then, they've got, they're a bit stuck. Oh, nice. What's going on here? It looks like a collection of demo men have decided to congregate around Red's area, and this is keeping him off foot. Now, I'm not sure if the rest... Red here are struggling to get back in the game with this. But, the main thing here is these airmen are buying blue team this much time, and the cart's barely, only just got started pushed. They would have had the game by now had they started pushing this earlier. But they've allowed the soldier to get out there and just stall everything. Now, this is what happens when you don't stick on the cart. This kind of thing happens. Defences happen. Now, can the red team make a comeback of this? 7 minutes on the clock. It's looking unlikely, but they're a plucky lot. Nice soldier work there from Elusive. Really jumping around and shooting at things. Nice work there from Jamie. He gets in the jump, takes the sentry from behind. Now it's good. That's a good bit of jump work. That will get behind the sentry, turn around. You've just got a fraction of time to get the couple of shots in you need. But unfortunately, what's happening again is that blue is getting somewhat spawn camped. I say somewhat, not fully. And you know, red team still has some guys here and there, but that cart is trying to move. That was bound to happen. The first time I thought they might break out, the second time, no, they've lost it. Now, as some of the more regulars might know about me, my views on spawn camping is that it is legitimate. The way I see it is that if a team allows enemy units to get to its door, it's kind of, well, how do you get there in the first place? Were the enemy in the way? Was there sentries in the way? If that was not that's usually not the case. You can't just sneak there as a down man and be invisible. You have to get there somehow. You can jump over, but if there are like guys here and there, it's not that easy because somebody just come back and shoot you. So it's not easy to spawn camp, but it will happen if a team allows it to. Yeah, it's actually, to be fair, one good medic and a down man can be done.
Mission begins in 10 seconds.
But unfortunately, if you do get to the back, the rest of the front still holds.
4, 3, 2, 1.
Doors open. Red decided to fire all the explosives down the main chute. That's a good way to make sure nothing lives. Yeah, so far, red is holding quite well. Now, this is the problem with last time. Where are these blue Ubers? Are they a bit late? Aren't they happening? Or is red deciding to go for the spawn camp? Oh, this is looking particularly bad. Blue have lost initiative here. They've been forced to their doors. If this keeps up, this will be game over. And there's a red Uber, and oh, this is all kinds of bad. They're backing up. Why are they back up? Keep flaming those doors. But even cocky engineers are coming out now. Now, that nice bit of attack work there from red should buy them some time, actually. However, I think Spies got out. Lucky for Elusive. Now, blue have barely got out the door again, and they're trying to get out. I'm seeing some things I can't tell you, but blue are actually doing reasonably well and trying to push out, but red are just staying in there. They're holding those areas very tightly. It's dark in the tunnel, not a good thing you want, really. Now, blue are struggling to get out of that main exit ramp. They're trying to get rid of that sentry. Trying to bring it up to word. Yeah, blue are generally struggling their way up, and that sentry. Oh, nice short circuit work there from Elusive. Unfortunately, it doesn't work against arrows. Now, 6 minutes 4 on the clock. Red are still holding this. This is looking an absolute murder fest here for red. Blue can't really get out. I'm not seeing too many Ubers here. Now let's see what's going on with the teams here. Well, I think any team watching the channel immediately know what the problem is with blue team. No team should be doing that. That's not particularly the right thing to do. As a red team, as you can see, they've got like tons of soldiers, pyros, heavy. You know, they've got all the good offensive classes here, and they're working really well with it. They've got a couple of like military engineers here and there, and that's the way a team should be. It should be like a massive admin cannon that doesn't really do anything. It's got to actually fire stuff. And here come the Bluebirds, maybe a little premature, and oh, nice puff work there from Rock and Ice. But Blue are getting on that cart. Blue's on his king on the cart, doing well. One lone heavy with unlimited ammo and healing. Can he do? Oh no, he can't. Suddenly, dark happened. Now Blue have been given an opportunity here. They need to push, and it just doesn't look very pushy. They're kind of streaming out a little. Why are you backing up? You're just firing grenades at a general area, then backing up. You need to move forward. Find the enemy first, then shoot at them. You know, the enemy will back down or die if you just keep shooting them. I mean, that's the thing you really need to remember here with TF2. Now, Blue got it nice there. They just got the time to break out. And that's a full 9 minutes on the clock there. Nice work from Blue. They eventually somehow managed to get out of all of that. Yep, it's our favourite. This is always happy for this guy. Now, yep, Blue are finding that getting into the attic is a little problematic. Now, you be careful with pros like this. They will tend to do stuff like this, of generally clogging your attics. I'm not sure I just saw that. I think, yes, I'm correct. I think J4M4 went to shoot a sniper, accidentally hit a spy, and then the sniper managed to get the headshot he needed. Pro work from Spy in the way there, getting, you know, finding a nice meat shield cover. Now, Red stalled the cart again, but 8 minutes on the clock. This isn't the best amount of time really for a red team. They need something drastic here. Oh, they're generally fighting. They're keeping them out of the tunnel. Oh, it's a red Uber. That's generally going to annoy everything. And our pro work there, they know exactly what to do with that medic. That attic is going to be a nightmare to take now. Get enough guys up there and it's going to be insanely difficult to get in there. You know, just get them out. Oh dear God, this is looking dire. Red team have lodged themselves in that attic. Spy support as well. This is looking really quite murderous here for Blue. And you know, they can't seem to get up to the front here with any ease. And maybe what they need really is a sentry just to keep them back. But as I said before, keeping sentries up is, you know, is a sign that you've lost pressure on the team. Red are just keeping the pressure here all the time. And that's nice work there from, like, you know, the Heavy and the Soldier in the attic. Heavy just spam fires at the door there. Enemy gets too close and the soldiers take over. Lovely bit of cooperation there from the team. Now, I'm afraid you are going to need to Uber to dislodge those guys. You just need to dislodge them. If they stay up there, it's going to be a menace for the entire game for Blue, and they need to be dealt with. It's not easy for charging this attic, but it has to be done. Oh, nice stab there from King. Gets J4M4, just camping in the corner. That was a lovely kill. Now, what's going on here? Pyro generally breaking back in the first area. I mean, what is going? Red are holding this tunnel. That's unusual for a team to do. They don't usually hold the tunnel. In any case, this blue team is just struggling to get through the main area. Oh, okay, here goes that Uber. Let's declog the attic. Jumping heavy, eating a sandwich for protection, doesn't work. Dark's trying to get in there, trying to resolve the situation. He's almost done it. I think Dark just got away with that. Back at the front, Blue is still struggling to get through the front. They need more Ubers here. I think this calls for just basic Uber spammage here. Just throw out enough vulnerability to break through the enemy lines. And the problem here is, I mean, is that what I think it is? Nice sentry there from Elusive. If they do come through, there's a sentry there to back it up. This red team of this area locked solid. Lovely work from the red team. It's 4 minutes on the clock, but unless Blue pulls an amazing move here or a play, I'm not sure they're going to win this. They've just been bottled up. Oh, there's an Uber out. What's going on here? Oh dear, I think everything's just changed. Here's a trademark change of heart from this game. Whereas Red decided to have a lockdown, but that's now not the case. I think everything's just changed. Can Blue roll with this? They need to keep going with this, otherwise Red will maintain the lockdown. It's almost there. I mean, Blue are so close to breaking Red team here, but Red team have rallied magnificently. Get everything back together again. Got back on the cart. Getting back in attics if they can. And I think lockdown is back now. Blue needs to do that a couple more times and they may be able to break the red team, but with 3 minutes on the clock, that is going to be difficult. Now, in the attic again, we have 3 soldiers leaping, generally causing a problem. They still haven't really. Now this is what needs to happen here. The blue team need to invest the attic, take it and hold it, use it as a counter-attack aim. But all the time they're sitting out here, Red have got some lovely thing of just blockading 2 doors. That's all they needed to do, and that's what they've been doing for the whole game. And then Red Uber comes out, destroys any remaining blue defences have. What am I saying here? Blue defences? That's always bad. But can they bring it back? Red team got this locked down. This is just looking way too difficult. Oh, what happened there? Did that medic have Uber? Because if that was the case, that was tragic. I love you. I think tried to hold off the small area there. I think it was surprised as much as the red team came in front of one small pirate just sitting in a corner. One and a half minutes left. This is looking grim for blue team here. There's an Uber. It's on the move. Can they do what they need to do? Why aren't they using stickies? I mean, ideally that's what you should be doing against the sentry. Get 3 stickies down, blow that thing up. It just didn't happen though. And to be fair, they were approaching the wrong vector. Now, ideally to take out a sentry like that, you need to come from the left. That nice building block there is actually quite restrictive of view. You come around from there, go up the stairs, take it from behind. Well, in this game you have to take a lot of things from behind. Now, the thing is, taking from the front, however, all that sentry force at the front and the rest of the team, it's, you know, you don't want to be up against that straight away. Now, blue team just looks a bit shattered. They're still resorting to a very unpopular strategy. Oh, cart's got movement. No, it's a plucky couple of down men trying to push the cart, but without taking up the defences.
Mission ends in 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Overtime.
And that's game over. Towards the end there, it was quite apparent that Red had just locked down the game. I mean, Blue team were actually doing, you know, a reasonably good job here, but this Red team is very well put together. They actually did a very good job of actually holding the entire cart.